Good evening, and welcome to Savon's Academy Stars Board of Directors meeting. Today's date is January 16th, 2019. And we will start by taking our attendance, starting to my left, my right.
Cheryl Sawyer, Village Liaison.
Robin Crawford, Treasurer.
Claudine Gooden Brooks, President.
Dale Savon Smith, Program Director.
Xavier Smith, note taker.
Secretary.
Secretary.
All right, with all members being present, we meet quorum. If you take a moment to review the agenda and to bring forth any changes that need to be made.
I just want to point out there are no December minutes to be emailed.
Well, we did, oh, was it December or November?
November.
So let's change that, November.
What was that?
I have December in,
Oh, the minutes.
yeah, it should be,
Oh, yeah, because we
November,
didn't have any
yeah.
meeting. So November.
are you doing anything for December?
Nope.
All right, with the review of the agenda, may I have a motion to approve?
I make that motion.
And I second that.
Thank you. Okay, on to our reports. We're gonna start, well, I'll take this part, and then Xavier, and then Secretary will state minutes or state what they have to report at this time, but November minutes will be emailed, because I wanted to go over them with you. And then we'll understand what format we're gonna go forward with, okay? All right, so we will move on to our treasurer, Robin.
All right. I'm sad to say I do not have the last 3 months. That would be October, November, and December. We did basically complete them, but I haven't gotten to double checking them. Got to make sure all the codes are right in it, but it should take me another day or so, and then hopefully I'll have it out to everybody to review, and then I'll turn it into the Royal Palm Beach, and I think we can still get the quarterly out, because the numbers are all in, but I just got to, I don't feel, I let Coach Savon do it for me, and so I just need to double check everything. But
You all are currently into using the QuickBooks now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There's some new items that we wanted to change the code or make it fit in a better category once we kind of got the hang of it and tried automation.
the other problem is this laptop's got to go. It's
Yeah,
difficult.
it's blinking out.
It's horrible.
So we're
Are
gonna,
you all going to discuss replacing it?
Yeah.
yes, we are.
So-
I was showing him it today, so
Oh,
that's
boy,
another
that's
agenda.
new, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
And then lastly, I do have a balance, so as of right now, there's $16,655.27 in the bank.
all right. Thank you so much.
And when would you all anticipate, even if they are unapproved,
By
being
this
able to
Friday.
get them to the village? That's fine. And we'll
Yeah.
do it as unapproved, and then at the next board meeting, they can be approved. Okay.
Yeah, so we have a workshop Friday to review everything, then we can email that over.
Sounds good.
Okay. on to my report. I would like to pick out some awards, Coach.
Yeah, awards, huh?
So this Friday, we have a coaches meeting in which we're going to discuss or just solidify who's going to get what awards. And that's reflected also at the end of the agenda, coaches workshop meeting for January 19th at 5:30, because there's a binder that Coach Alex is requesting in order to keep track of the incoming players for this season and to help with forming the new teams. We spoke to it today, and he thinks that we already do have some great players for grade 7th, 8th, and 9th, full roster. So at the coaching meeting, we'll be able to put everything together and have the players start tendering their registrations.
Is there going to be participation awards too?
No. There's a certificate that we commemorate that you participated in Savant's Academy for the year. So it's a commemorative certificate.
I suggest that we go middle, elementary, middle, and high school.
Okay. Also, with that being said, this flyer was per our last discussion, and I emailed it out. Were you in receipt of this flyer? The tryouts?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Sorry. No, I'm not.
Okay, so I'll send it back out again. It was the first draft, but for everybody at home, if you see this around, this is us calling all the players. If you like to come and try out, we'd love to see you. We'd love to have you. It's on Friday, February 1st for...
The flyer.
Oh, thanks. Friday, February 1st from 6 to 8:45 p.m. And that's for elementary, middle, and high school. And we will do a second tryout on February 15th from 6 to 8:45 p.m. On the flyer, we also let the public know that we do play basketball every Friday night, that we're always welcoming in players. So if you feel like if we're out of season, Savant's Academy is never out of season. we welcome players, and Friday night is a good night to introduce yourself from 5:30 to 8:30.
At least until January 31st, while we're in our training season, right?
Yeah. But we always welcome
And
new
even
players.
in travel season, right?
Yeah. All right, so at this time, we will move on to our committee reports. And we're going to be talking about the fundraising committee.
Okay, well, for fundraising, we gonna continue to do Publix. One fundraiser that I wanted to continue to do was your 3-point contest. I think that's been very successful the last 2 times we've done it, and I figure during the travel season, when we have most of the players, it should be a really big hit, you know, to use that as one of our big fundraiser to bring in a lot of, you know, people to participate. It's something that I can see really taking off during the travel season.
All right. Yeah, I have requests already when we're going to throw our next 3-point shootout. So that's good feedback, positive feedback.
Okay, and Publix have changed a lot of their rules when it comes to fundraising for 2019, but we should still be okay. You know, once I get into the swing of doing fundraisers, you know, with Publix, then we'll kind of see where our numbers are, but, you know, I'm hoping that it'll still remain around the same. But they kind of cut into the number of Publix that they, you know, are giving out, but we should still be fine, which is why I want to move to the 3-point contest and the 10 for 10 fundraiser.
Okay.
Applebee's,
I think.
But again, Publix will still be one of our biggest fundraisers.
Okay, awesome. Do you have any fundraising results to
In
report?
February.
In February?
In
Okay.
February. I mean, we do have, but I don't have the numbers. I did the numbers just yesterday, right? Yep, just did the numbers, but don't have them in front of me right now.
Okay,
There's like 3 fundraisers that was done
Mhm.
before the year was out, that was deposited.
okay. And under fundraising, we also have the Savant Academy clothing line.
Oh, yeah, yes, that too, the Savants Academy clothing line. That's another fundraiser we will be doing as
Yeah,
well.
looks like you need a new shirt, Coach. It's all torn up.
Actually, I don't need a new shirt, it's a style. Looks like you need to design some more.
It's like a werewolf costume.
The Wolverine edition. All right. So that's still ongoing. Okay, great. Anything else to report in fundraising?
As far as sponsorship goes, I'm working on Wells Fargo and Applebee's sponsoring us again.
Okay. All right, we move on to the event committee report. Coach Savon had touched upon the 3-point shootout. We did 2 events, November 23rd and December 21st, and we had positive results and feedback from those events. I don't have the numbers in front of me that was tendered, but that will be included in February's report.
You talking about for the 3-point contest, the
Mhm.
numbers? Yeah, each time was about $100+.
Yeah, I don't want to misquote the amount. And you touched on the Applebee's fundraiser, that's ongoing, that we do every year, that we
Yeah.
will be planning on doing it again.
Yeah, we do that twice a year.
Okay. There's nothing to report from the shoot committee, so we will move on to,
Well, I mean, I can touch on that a little bit. You know,
Good.
we want to continue to educate our players. You know, we call them student athletes, you know, because we want to make sure they're students and they're learning, you know, more than just basketball. So that continues to be in play. You know, again, I didn't touch on a charity basketball game.
okay,
Forgot to mention that. That's one of our fundraiser. So we're gonna do a charity basketball game with Wells Fargo during our travel season. And we are pushing for our players to open up accounts, you know, with Wells Fargo. And we want to teach our players how to manage their money as well. So that's all part of the SHOOT program.
okay. All right, I have that noted.
And any organization out there who, you know, you're welcome to come in and also teach, you know. Set up the time with us, you know, possibly on a Friday night, we can set up time to where another organization who's interested in, you know, teaching our kids, you know, can come in and sit down with us and we can set that up.
All right. Does that conclude?
Yes.
Okay, on to the program report.
Okay, well, you know, tryouts, like, as you mentioned, is going to be February 1st. Well, that's our new season, but the tryout date will be February 1st and February 15th. But we're going to keep it open for February. As you mentioned, you know, players are welcome to come and try out at any time. But our main dates will be February 1st and February 15th.
All right,
And that location is the Royal Palm
Royal
Beach
Palm Rec
Recreation
Center.
Center.
Oh, and speaking of Crestwood, did we hear anything back about Crestwood?
I have to speak to the vice principal. So I haven't done that yet because I told him that our activities will start up in February. So I'm gonna follow back up with them.
Okay.
Okay, and I wanna move, to get an up to amount for uniforms of $600, up to $600 to be approved for us to be able to purchase uniforms. And we have to turn in 3 quotes. I'll have those for you on Monday, January 21st.
Okay, so that's part of the standing order. I look back, we
Mhm.
just have to follow the 3 proposals and then make a decision
Okay,
on which one we'll
go with.
go with this year.
All right, so that's it for my report.
Alrighty, and just public notice, our travel season starts for March 2nd.
Oh, yes, March 2nd.
Okay. All right. I think I missed something in which in November's meeting, we voted to accept Xavier's application, and which leads him to be here today. So I just wanted to recap what we did at our last meeting because it was not televised. So congratulations once again, Mr. Smith, for stepping up and applying for the position and being our secretary. Thank you. All right, on to new, continuing, and old program business. So as discussed, probably for a year now, teetering back and forth with associating the city and our organization together. And Savon thought long and hard about it, and he would like to propose and move forth that our organization not change the name Savon's Academy Stars, but to do a DBA to be named the Royal Palm Beach Stars. So we're currently in the process of making that change and that move. Here today, as a board, I would like to officially have everybody's votes are open for discussion or any concerns in regards to having our program for the youth basketball program be recognized as the Royal Palm Beach Stars. So I'll open it up for discussion.
Well, the fact that we're probably going to grow, our teams are probably going to grow, and Royal Palm Beach High School, is probably going to come on board. So I thought it would be best, being that we're servicing the community, for us to take on the name Royal Palm Beach, and we were already Savon's Academy Stars, and I had came up with the name Stars because at the end of the day, when I started the program, I wanted to turn players into stars, and obviously it moved from just being stars to educating our stars, so again, we want to service the Royal Palm Beach community and name our program the Royal Palm Beach Stars.
It's certainly easier for the layperson to remember that name versus the old name.
Yeah.
Because you do have an unusual name. So I think the recognition would be a little bit easier.
Yes.
I think people can kind of almost do a visual on that.
Yes, definitely. When you go online and you Google basketball in Royal Palm Beach, Savon's Academy does come up, but it'll, like you just said, it'll be a lot easier to Google Royal Palm Beach basketball, and when people see Royal Palm Beach Stars, they'll be like, oh, okay. But when it says Savon's, they're like, well, who is that?
Yeah, well, you've established yourself because I've gone to tournaments and say, well, I'm president of Savon's Academy. And they're like, Savon? Yeah, I know Savon. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, we're not losing the name Savon's. We're not losing Savon's Academy Stars. We're just being thankful to the village of Royal Palm Beach for the opportunity that you guys have given the program throughout the years. So I think it's best to do that. And like you said, yes, a lot of people do know the name Savon and what we stand for. And, you know, I mean, once I moved on from this earth, I'm sure that people will remember the great things. You know, you always want to leave a legacy. So carrying a name, you know, is always a good thing. You know, but at the end of the day, we're not losing the name. We're just being thankful that the village gave us this opportunity.
Mhm. All right, so I would like to put forth the motion to have a DBA formed named the Royal Palm Beach Stars.
You gonna make that
Am I doing it right though?
Okay, I'll make
I
the
would like-
motion.
I did have one question. When it comes to articles of incorporation and some of the like nonprofit corporation annual reports, would this change
No, the DBA is for the teams.
for the teams themselves?
But
But
Savon's
the
Academy.
business name remains the same?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Good question, Joe. That's a nice one.
Well,
For
just
the public
making,
to understand.
right, just
Yeah.
making sure there's clarity there on what you all are voting in.
So we're still Savon's Academy because Savon has a lovely line that everybody is just jumping all over and jumping in. So we want to keep that. And Savon is more marketable too with his clothing line, which we look forward to expanding and growing. But we want the kids to be proud that the legacy has been laid and the foundation is still here, and we want them to represent their city. So
Very good.
now may I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I second.
Great. So the motion has been approved to move forward with our actions to do a DBA and with the name carrying forth Royal Palm Beach Stars. Okay, on to continuing business. Athletic banquet, it's still on there, didn't fall off the table. And I look forward to placing a date to the banquet. We're kind of holding out. I'm kind of holding out a little bit because I would like to see the cultural center and see if we can make it special. So, and with the name change, kind of introduced everything at that one event. So I will get with Brandon to see
Okay.
if we can make that happen. All right, at this time, we're at items due to the village. We have to make that change again to November on the agenda.
And we've done the third quarter, so it's fourth quarter.
Oh, okay. Oh, and there's a money sign there, so that 4?
Yeah.
I hit control on there, should be fourth quarter. And not that it's pushed to February, that once we review it on Friday,
Hopefully we'll get in.
that we will tender it to the village.
And minutes from past meetings, are we caught up on those?
I'd have to double check. I have to review the binder due to the holidays. We didn't get together. So this Friday, gonna review the binder, go over the binder with Xavier, and then whatever is not caught up to speed, we'll send that over as well, because the holidays got me a little fuzzy about, I can't remember, I know November definitely, but I can't remember September. That's the one I can't remember.
Okay.
And then I know we had meetings that we didn't conduct, so I just have to go over the agendas and make sure that we have the right ones tendered and document why it wasn't tendered, because we didn't have a meeting that day. So
Okay.
hopefully we'll clear that all up on Friday. All right, and now onto the village.
Those unapproved minutes could be sent to me as well, so they're aware that you all have worked on those, and it's just a matter of approving them to
Yes.
finalize them. Okay, at the next board meeting.
Yes.
And I don't have anything to add at this time.
All right, so summary of approvals, well, we didn't cut any checks today, but we'll just make note, our monthly, expenses, the phone, program director, and then next month, we will be looking at the uniforms.
You got on here, the next board meeting, February 20th, that's fine, but the board workshop, is that gonna be this Friday,
We're doing two, we need to,
okay, so this 18th and the 25th?
yes. So to clarify, next board meeting, February 20th, 7 PM. And our next board workshop is this Friday,
January 18th.
January 19th is it 19th? I thought it was 19th. Do I have that date correct? I tried to,
It's the 18th,
18th?
yeah.
Another change to the 18th. We currently have the 19th on there. That will be at 7:30 PM. Our coaches workshop will be January 18th at 5:30 PM. It's gonna be real brief. And then our next board workshop will be January 25th at 7 PM. All right, so those dates, Xavier, you'd have to put them in on the calendar, which I'm gonna show you, and to make sure that everybody's gets their alarm, okay? So,
I did see in the section on program report, Dale Smith, uniforms, 3 proposals, a request of 600 per team. That's something we're going to follow up at the next board meeting.
yes, we have
Okay.
to have all 3 proposals to make
Very
sure
good.
what the dollar amount is. It is a standing order, but we still keep that formal, we just have to know who we'll have on the team and sizes and all that to
I
find out,
understand.
to
Right.
finalize that, so. But
Okay.
he is bringing it forth that he is shopping around for the uniforms. All right, with that being said, at this time, we will bring this meeting to adjourn.